Good night, guys. This is a sad video, but I think it's also an important one. Look at this. This is my Cattleya schroederae, and this is a goner. She had some sphagnum moss on the top, and I took it off so to low down the humidity. I'll try to put on the video another video that I've made 4 days ago when I first noticed that she wasn't that well, and since then I was looking at her and seeing if the disease stopped, which wasn't the case. This pseudobulb here, see, it's compromised. This one and this one, and the first one I noticed was getting black, was this one. So it's sad, and I really have to say goodbye to this girl. But I'm also here to make a dissection of the problem so we can understand what really happened. As you know, in my environment I've been having some trouble with burned roots, and some plants are more sensitive to drying out, and this one was one of them. Do you see all of these roots that they are all dying right now, but all of these roots that were growing into the substrate, see, all of these ones, they only started to grow nicely and to, how can I say, to hold on to the green tips after I watered her, putting her on this, submerging her on this plastic pot. She has a tag here because she's not the only plant which I do that. I have 2 other sensitive plants that I've been watering her this way because the bark is new, so it doesn't hold much moisture, and because here is a hot environment, the layer of sphagnum that I use on the top of the pot, it dries out really fast. And because of this drying up, I was losing her root tips. So the problem seemed to be solved when I watered her this way. But unfortunately, I've made a really silly mistake. I forgot her sitting on the water for like 4 hours. Once in a while it happens, but I usually don't have any trouble with my plants. And when I forgot one, I'm usually watering the other ones, and so I forgot everybody. But I think the main reason this time things went badly is because I watered her on Friday, and on Saturday I needed to fertilize them, and because I'm so scared of burning the root tips of my orchids, and you know the problems I've been dealing with, I thought that I should water her again, and this is my fault. This was the stupid part. I put her again instead of just worrying her under the sink, giving her a soak, I put her for the second day on a row. I put her like this and I forgot her again. This is the stupid part. I'm not I don't regret watering my plants like this, because they are really, this is the only way they are developing a decent root system, but this time it was really successful. So what happened is that this, do you see this, the root right here? This is the development part, but this bit right here was a green root tip, and it was among the roots that were growing inside the moss. So I've had this one also. I've had some root tips that got mushy and brown and that died, including these roots right here. Do you see that it's a bit brown? They got brown and the root tips died. So I think this was the first signal of infection. So I forgot her on the Saturday, and on Monday I have noticed that the root tips were having this problem, but the rest of the plant was fine. And on the same day I fertilized them. I also forgot the 3 other ones sitting on water, but they had no problem. I had no problem with them. So I really think it was because I did this 2 days on a roll with this one to really forget her. So a week after, what happened is that I started to notice that the rhizome and the pseudobulb was getting brown on the image that I have already shown you. I did some hydrogen peroxide treatment. I poured it all over the substrate. I sprayed all over the plant with it, and I kept my eye on her. So now I'm not really feeling that stupid, because I know that excess of water is a stupid mistake. But I've been dealing with some difficulties in my environment, growing some of my Cattleyas, and I really have to find a medium point between complete dryness and soggy wet. So this is it for today, and since I've been showing you only this poor thing dying, I will give you a look at my other plants a bit, so we can end this video on a high note, right? Because although there are some bad things happening, and that's part of growing plants, it is also a very relaxing and a very nice and beautiful thing to do. So, thanks for holding on this long video, and bye bye.